Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Yashugola from NewsBTC.com, and welcome to yet another episode of NewsBTC's We Need to CryptoTalk. Joining us as guest today is Vladimir Smerkis, the co-founder of a token fund management company called TokenBox. In this interview, we will touch upon the core philosophy and functionality of TokenBox and its practical relevance in today's investment bazaar. Hello, Vladimir. Welcome to NewsBTC.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. So before we begin, could you tell us a bit about your professional background?
Yeah, sure. Well, actually, I'm the co-founder of the Token Fund. It's an existing company which made the profit for the last 7 months for about 500%. It's a crypto fund, the regular one, and during its start from March of 2017, we were actually one of the pioneers on the market. And taking into account that we came into the market like 2 years ago, I also write for Cointelegraph. It's one of your competitors or maybe partners. And I write to Forbes Russia about the crypto news, the blockchain, and so on. And previously, I had the digital agency, the programming company, and worked for Mail.ru Group. It's a leading internet company in Europe. It is almost $7 billion worth on the exchange. It's one of the leading companies in the internet field in Russia, CIS, and Europe.
That's interesting. So, based on that professional background I've heard, I still don't get the answer what prompted you to launch TokenBox as a whole.
Well, actually, when we launched the token fund, our existing fund, the crypto fund, we did face a lot of problems, and these problems we had to overcome step by step. There was a legal problem, there was a problem which we had with liquidity, with exchanges, and so on. And we started to receive a lot of requests from companies from Switzerland, from Italy, from Kazakhstan, from Russia also, where they asked us to bring just to sell them the infrastructure, the instrument, because our fund is the Ethereum-based fund, and when we receive funds in Bitcoins or Ethereums, we issue our own token. So it's completely tokenized fund, and it's very transparent, like everything in blockchain field is supposed to be. And then we thought that there's supposed to be a solution, the box solution, the turnkey solution in this field for people who want to open their own crypto fund, or who want to trade professionally, efficiently, and quite simple. That's why we came with the idea of creating the TokenBox, the platform for crypto funds, investors, and traders.
Great. But you're not exactly the first one to propose a tokenized fund. Let's be frank about it. How is your platform different from others?
Well, actually, there's very important issues that we are solving. The first one is the legal transparency, because we believe that the crypto field is coming into the legal field now, and everything should be transparent. We introduced the umbrella fund, which is going to give sub-licenses to traders and funds who's going to be on our platform. This is very important. Also, a lot of funds, a lot of competitors, actually, not the funds, but the platforms which are trying to build in the same field, they do not have the proper trading terminal, because this is very important. Some people are trying to work with the MetaTrader, but it's not quite compliant with and not comfortable and not compliant with the crypto world. This is something different. That's why we're building our own trading terminal, and we're doing it today together with TradingView, one of the leading companies who is in the sphere of trading. Also, these companies who exist on the market, or who's trying to build the company on this market, of the crypto trading market, they do not have the solution for the liquidity. We aggregate liquidity from the top exchanges, which we have already discussed it with Poloniex, Kraken, Bitstamp, and so on. So people who's going to trade on the platform are going to have the best prices on the crypto assets. This is very important. And also, a lot of platforms who is trying to build something same, they do not do the tokenization. Tokenization is an important thing in the crypto world, because all the blockchain projects, they do have the tokens inside them. That's why we believe that every fund which exists in the market should be tokenized, and that's what we are trying to do. And we already have the live prototype which is working already, and this is the token fund. This is why we believe that TokenBox is going to be really good and simple solution which is going to work and grow months after months.
That's interesting. Speaking of the MetaTrader platform, which is already equipped with so many features, I would like to
Yeah.
know that what does TokenBox offers in terms of features as well.
Well, it's an ecosystem or it's a platform
Yeah.
which actually is for two kind of people. First structure is the funds and traders who's going to create the funds and trades and want to have the instruments to trade, instrument to tokenize themselves and so on. And on the second hand, it's investors, because there's a lot of passive investors who believe in the crypto field, but they're not the traders. They do not want to trade. They just want to give it to some person or to some company who's going to trade by them for them. And in our platform, they will have a wide range of choice for the passive investment into the crypto field. Every fund and trader is going to have their own rating. They will see their performance week to week, month to month, year to year, and then people who's going to come to the platform to invest, they're going to have the great choice. This is very important that the security of the platform, the securitization of the platform is going to be on a high level. We're working with a very good company called Group ID, who is responsible for the security on our platform. We're going to provide all the KYC and AML procedures for all the investors who come to the platform. You probably know that, American SEC regulator, which is responsible for securities, which is coming to or deal with American citizens, seriously taking into this field, and everyone should proceed with the KYC procedure, and we're providing this feature as well. I also told you earlier about the liquidity. This is also a great problem because some exchanges are slow, some exchanges are faster. Some exchanges for small tokens have very limited amount offered on the market, and that's why we believe we need to have a connection between the traders and the markets, no matter how many exchanges there are on the market, right?
Right.
And of course, software. We also believe that ICOs are a great market, which is going to develop. Of course, nowadays, lately, some people think, well, I can make more money on Bitcoins and Ethereums. I can just do this, and it's going to be fine. But of course, we're still still searching for gems in the sea of crypto, yeah. And we still believe that there's going to be something very special, and some projects are going to rise like 1,000 times in the years ahead. We're looking at this at the same as the .com bubble used to be. There were thousands of companies which came into the market, and only 100 of them survived. And those who survived, they did, multiple growth during these years. Of course, there's a lot of scams. There's a lot of things which are not, legal and stuff. But we need to search for it. That's why we're going to have the ICO marketplace later on. It's going to be provided in the Q3 and Q4 during the next year. Also, we believe that the rating system for the funds and traders should be implemented. This is very important. Also think that security is very important. That's why we do not let our funds and traders withdraw any assets from the platform. We believe that the platform itself should be responsible for this. Funds and traders just will have to set the rules on which they're going to make money. For example, they can set 2% management fee and 30% fee for the success, or they can do the entry and exit fees, and this is the way it's supposed to work. The platform should be responsible for this because no one wants any fraud to be happening with their wallets. And of course, we have the advisory service. We will recommend the funds and only funds which will proceed with the due diligence, and we will not let anyone just open an account with us. It connects also with investors and with funds and with traders. Yeah, we're going to check their background, and we're going to work with the Big Four. One of the companies in the Big Four who's going to check if this trader or fund is going to be acceptable for the platform, because the security reasons is number one. And of course, we want this platform to be very convenient and easy. And people are very complicated these days. If you just ask your brother or sister, most of them just do not know how to buy Bitcoin. especially if they live in some countries where it's not, where it's not legal. Of course, if you're in the United States, you can easily, download Coinbase and just get the Bitcoins or Ethereum or Litecoins. But in some places, this is very complicated, and still people are meeting in some places with the bags of money, exchanging, and there's a lot of bad things happen. We are sure that it's not supposed to be this way. And of course, we're building the fiat gateway for people to enter the market. They will be able to enter the market with the credit card, the wire transfer. They will have the multi-currency wallet, which they going to transfer the money, and then they're going to choose the fund or trader which they are comfortable with, and that's how it's going to work. It should be comfortable and easy.
But don't you think that your platform is still very self-regulatory? And what about the regulation that come from the outside? How do you tackle those regulatory challenges as you expand further? And how do you ensure that the funds you are working with are legally compliant?
Yeah, this is the very important issue, and thank you for asking. And we believe that regulations should come to this market in order to be growing faster and bigger. We recently heard about the Chicago brokers who want to introduce the futures for Bitcoin, and the price of Bitcoin, of course, with this also with this news, started to grow. And the very simple and legal way to have a lot of funds and traders to be on the platform, which we found, is to register an umbrella fund which going to give sub-licenses to all the funds and traders, which just will complete our KYC procedure and our due diligence. After they do this, they have a sub-license, so they're going to be on the legal part of the legal part of the platform where they can sell their tokens to users, and we actually provide everything for them to do so. This going to be very simple for the funds and traders, also as for investors who come to the platform.
Well, that's very, very interesting to know. And moving to the nitty-gritty details about your ICO, when is it happening? Yeah. And could you let our viewers know more about it?
Well, our ICO is starting on 14th of November, and we start at 12 UTC. The maximum amount of tokens which we're going to sell, which we're going to have on the platform, is 31 million. The maximum limitation during the ICO is 20 million tokens, and the base price for the token is going to be 1 CBX equals 1 USD at the moment of purchase. We're going to have some early bird bonuses, and the process is going to be very easy. You go to the website, you will take a look at the rules, you comply with them, you agree with them, you register with this very simple way. You enter your email, you enter your password, you confirm it with your email, you tick all the boxes if you're okay with them, and then you will be able to purchase the tokens. And this is very important. What our token is going to be, which I didn't mention before, why we think there's going to be a good demand for them. Every trader and fund who's going to be on the platform will have to keep at least 5% of the tokens in their portfolio. That's and the more funds and traders come to the platform, and the more assets under management they have, the more demand for this is going to be. That's why we believe we're a very interesting project, and that's why I personally believe in it, and I personally invested quite a lot of money into running this ICO and running this project. And either way, how it goes, we're going to be going forward in order to make this platform available in every country and everywhere, to develop the blockchain market and the cryptocurrency trading market.
That's very interesting to know. And moving to my last question of the interview, which is not actually related to TokenBox. So pardon me for asking that, in your opinion, what is the current health of the global cryptocurrency system? Are there any hidden stress points which have not been priced in by the markets yet? When we actually created our first fund, which is called the Token Fund, in the beginning of this year, Bitcoin was $900. We thought that we were very late, and there is nothing going to happen. It's not interesting, and if it reaches $2,000 by the end of the year, we would be very happy. And now we realize that we really are in the baby stage for the whole market. And
what we see that the government, looking at this market, they do not want to miss it. They believe that the technology behind this is not only about trading, about making some huge profits. Of course, it exists, and it is one of the points which makes it so interesting. But of course, behind this, there is a technology, quite simple, yeah, but the technology which actually did work before. But now we are in a very high speed of moving this technology forward, and I think it's going to be working in the healthcare services, in medicine, right, in financial services, and so on. I believe we are at the very beginning, and we should look really close. And who does not know about blockchain, who does not know about trading technology, what is Ethereum, what is Bitcoins, was TokenBox, they should definitely take a look at it, because we are at the very start of this whole new revolution which is coming to change our world, and that's what I believe.
Well, that's really interesting, your perception, and we kind of like agree with that. And so with that note, on that note, thank you very much for speaking to us, Vladimir. It was really nice speaking to you, and we wish
Thank you. It was my
we wish you all the best for your project, and I hope it's a success.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Fingers crossed, and we're hoping for the support of your community as well.
Well, we'll always be around. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.